So good afternoon everyone once again. Welcome to our Python programming classes, and here we go. Here we go. We can have something new which are lined up here for you all. Just waiting for a couple more minutes. But yeah, you guys are enough actually to get started the thing. So today I'm gonna start something which talk about gift and all, how exactly people can get their gift and what exactly that means in Python. Okay, so today I'm gonna cover decorator, which is nothing but a kind of a when you try to give some gift, how do you exactly decorate your gift item. That is what I'm trying to tell you to for in today's class. So let me just share my screen. Hope everybody would be able to see my screen. Is it or not? Okay, if yes, a decorator can take in a function and it will add some sort of functionality and it returns it. That means what I'm trying to say is decorator generally takes function and it try to add some functionality and it return to you. So maybe you can say like at the time of compilation, you will add some functionality on your return function. Basically, this is also called as meta programming because a part of the program tries to modify another part of a program at compile time. That means you are trying to modify your code at compile time. So you wanted to insert something, you wanted to maybe decorate your program code, or maybe you wanted to insert some line which it would require you to do at compile time. So before we proceed on a decorator, let me just give a glimpse about the normal function which I have already talked a lot. Now here you can see like I have one normal function which is nothing but here taking just one kind of a definition way, which is taking nothing but the first message and then trying to print, then trying to call that. So I don't know, means like how you guys are familiar. So truly speaking, when I see the code on a presentation or maybe on any sort of document, I really don't feel very bad, or maybe you can say like I really don't feel like to some code is there. So always make an habit, whenever you see some code you try to execute that, or maybe if you are not able to execute, then you try to build your own code to execute that. Okay, so here what I'm trying to say is let me write here normal ordering normal function. Basically I'm trying to write here normal function. So let me just write this and let me just copy paste what exactly the code I was written there. No, now you can see here what I'm trying to do here is I have defined first as in one function, and I'm trying to call this function using trying to pass some message as in Python. And then in first I'm trying to call the second, and second I'm again passing Python. So how many of you observed this kind of pattern? Where exactly you have learned this? So guys, yesterday I have taught you the entire thing, and now I'm trying to ask you, what is it? What topic do you guys learn yesterday? Anyone? Anyone? Guys, I don't know why you guys are not that much active, but yesterday you have learned about closure. So can't you see this is nothing but the closure? So that is why you need to keep your eye open, and at least your ear should listen to my voice. So here it's exactly similar to the closures. Now let me run this. Let me see what output I'm getting. I'm getting Python 2 times because one Python has been started into this because I have passed that, and second time when I called this, I got that. Okay. Now in my slide, I have some higher order function. Okay. So I'm not gonna go there. I'm just gonna copy paste the higher order function. So you will understand what does that mean is. Yep. Now here, if you will see, I have one function which is nothing but the increment kind of thing. One is decrement kind of, where what I'm trying to do is x plus one and x minus one. That is what means only two things I'm trying to do in my two different functions. Now here, if you will see here, I'm trying to call those function using something called as an operate. But do you think like I am calling something from that operate? No. Now here, what I'm trying to do here, I have another function which is nothing but the operate, and it is it will take some function name and then it will take some value. And when it will take function name and value, that means maybe if I will pass I and C here and then some value 2 or 3, or maybe depends on my mood, maybe I'm trying to pass that, it will call any of the two functions. And what it does, whatever the value it will you will get from funcax, you will get in result, and result will give you some value. Now let me run this. Definitely I won't get any output. Now to get my output, I should have to call it as in something to pass through the operate. So here I'm gonna pass like inc, and then here I'm gonna write 3. What output should I get? Anyone? Guys, now these there are just very few classes are pending with me. So now you guys need to be very active, because it's not the beginning where you should have to learn about function, what exactly the value has to be written by the function. So these are already being taught to you. So at least I should be expecting someone to give me a message, or maybe they try to do something very fast. So guys, at least somebody can respond me by saying that, sir, this is what the output we have. Anybody? Okay. Okay, few people are saying 444. Wow. Let's see what exactly the output I am getting. So let me run this. So I'm getting 4. So many of you have given exactly the right answer. Now, again, Just tell me one more thing. Instead of this, let me try to, send you a simple, very simple. Instead of INC, I'm gonna write here. Oops, my bad. I was about to ask from you all. Just I was in a flow and I have ran this. Anyway, so guys, you can see this is the kind of, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, you can see here, this is a high order function. Now, apart from that, we have learned basic, which we have already learned in your previous class. Now, just wanted to show you how and what exactly the difference between the normal function and higher order function. What do you think, like in higher order function, what exactly the difference is? In higher order function, we do have some sort of, multiple function, or maybe, we are calling those function using their function name and all. So this is how you can say, like, we define higher order function. And maybe their, order is quite higher than the normal function, because their order is quite linear, and but a higher order function maybe, some different type. So when we talk about decorator, the functions and the method are called callable as they can be called. So when we call, those are being callable, and that is what, it meant for. In fact, I've written any object which implements the special call. Okay, guys, please note it down. Which implements the special call method is termed callable. Okay, so in the most basic sense, we can say a decorator is a callable that returns a callable. I know it is very confusing term, but yeah, you have to, learn it properly. What I'm trying to say is, function and methods are called callable as they can be called. So wherever they are getting called, those function and method are need to be, callable. Basically, we used to say like callable. In fact, I have written like any object which implements the special call method. Maybe you can say like this kind of a method which is termed as a callable. So in the most basic sense, we can say a decorator is a callable which returns a callable. Okay, so here if I'm trying to, tell you few more things, a decorator takes in a function which adds some functionality and it returns to it. Now, you can see here I have written a simple example, and I'm gonna do something which is, extraordinary here, and we will talk about what exactly I'm trying to do. So let me just copy this entire code in my, Jupyter notebook, and then we can see what I am trying to say. Now let me open this. Here I'm gonna write like this. Okay, you got my point. Now I have just two different function, and you can see like inside this function we have inner, inside inner we have nothing but the call of func, and then it is trying to return inner. So if you will see here, it is nothing but the closer kind of a functionality which you can see like. And then if we call function, where exactly this func is lies? Is there anything you can find that func? Yeah, it is nothing but this. Now after this, what I can do here is, let me call this. So I'm gonna call ordinary. So I'm gonna call ordinary using what? Just the name of a, ordinary. That's it. So I'm gonna write like this. Let's say. So my bad. Oops. You know what happened, guys? When you do on a 2-3 system work, then sometimes you used to forget which key or which, key is for what. So that is what happened in my, when I do work on my local system, I do get these kind of like things. Okay, so I'm calling ordinary. What I'm gonna print here, what I'll be getting, I'm ordinary. That's it. That's supposed to be actually. Oh, why? Because it is not being decom because I haven't run this. Yep. Now it's fine. And you can see like I'm getting what I'm ordinary. Now in the same manner, if I'm gonna pass, or maybe I wanted to decorate something, and then we can call it. So what I'm trying to do is let me decorate this. Decorate basically. Sorry, my bad. And I'm gonna just copy paste, and here what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to call make pretty, and I'm trying to pass ordinary function here, and then again pretty. Now what would be the output, do you guys think about? Okay, first of all let me just call one more thing here. I'm just gonna call make pretty and ordinary. Let's see what exactly the output we would be getting. No, I'm getting something like this. Now let me just decorate this and let me run this. What output should we get? Yes, you can see here it is gonna call I got decorated, and it is gonna call I am ordinary. That means it will go here, it will go to the inner loop, and it will call that I ordinary. Then you know when it passed to the ordinary, then it will go to this floor, then it is gonna print I decorated, and when it comes out of it, then it will do what? It will go to the I am ordinary, because inside that you are trying to pass ordinary. Now guys, you can see here what I have done. Earlier I was directly calling the I am ordering, but now you can see like after before I am ordering, I'm just trying to write something which is nothing but the I got decorated. Or maybe if you want, you can write something like this. Something like this. You maybe you need this. Let's say so. This is what you wanted to decorate. So you can just run this, and then check this. Yes, here you can see. So this is how in a compile time I have added apps, and as well as asterisk. Okay. Now what we can do here is what we can do here is something which you may also feel like no, this should be added. Okay, so we can move and we can think something better than this. So now, as I said in the beginning, this is nothing but the packing a gift. Okay, and when you pack a gift, the decorator act as a wrapper. Okay, the nature of the object that got decorated is actually nothing but the gift which is inside and does not alter, but now it looks pretty since it got decorated. Okay, so you can see here I have clearly mentioned the decorator as act as a wrapper, and the nature of the object that decorated actual gift inside which is does not alter. That means my actual coding, or maybe what I wanted to already called with my function, built-in function, or maybe again I am trying to call from another decorator. The my function, you can say like actual code is not getting intact. That is going to be same, but apart from that, something which I wanted to append, or maybe I wanted to decorate, that is gonna change. So that is why actual gift inside does not alter. That is why it is being written, but now it looks pretty since it got decorated. So that is why, I mean, suppose you wanted to add something, you don't want to change on a function, actual function, but you want to decorate your function, without touching on that function which is already with you. Okay, so sometimes what happen, company generally makes big MNC generally created lot many function long back, and we are the people who generally try to use those functionality of that function, and now we try to use the functionality that is fine, but instead of functionality I wanted to suppose every time, after 1 year or 2 years the upgradation has happened. After 2 to 3 years maybe people can ask like, can you please decorate this kind of a function? So sometimes those functions are very much complex, so we really don't want to touch that function. If maybe sub variable we should remove, or maybe we should write something inside that, maybe it will impact a lot to the any sort of a bank or maybe anywhere. But instead of that, if I'm gonna use one decorator function which try to decorate my only class, then only I would be able to do what? Then I would be able to decorate my entire function without touching my what? Without touching that. Without touching what? Without touching my function. So here I have clearly mentioned, you can see generally we decorate a function and reassign it as, here I am again calling make pretty and I am calling ordinary function. So you can see here I am just calling the same function, and just make pretty is my function which is being used to decorate my ordinary function. Guys, please note my point. What I'm trying to say is, make pretty function is nothing but my decorator function, and ordinary is my function in which I have written some code that is not going to be intact, or maybe that is not going to alter. Okay, so here after that we can also use @symbol along with the name of the decorator function and place it above the definition of the function to be decorated. You are not getting? So sometimes what happened, I just wanted to use @symbol, which is which is going to be used along with the name of my decorator function, and then we have to place it just above the definition, or maybe you can say like a function where my function has been defined. So basically my ordinary function is actual function. At the top of that I have just written one single liner, make pretty. Okay, and either you can do you can write make pretty, or else you can just write what? You can call ordinary equal to make pretty and ordinary. So let me just take this entire thing to the with you to the Jupyter notebook. So let me just share my Jupyter notebook first of all. Okay, so here I am trying to do some stuff which I would like to show you how exactly I am doing this. Now first of all, in ordinary fashion, let me see what I am trying to write here is, suppose you wanted to use your decorator, then how are you gonna call that? So this is your original function. Let's see, this is your original function. Now you wanted to use make pretty, and then you wanted to pass this function name so that your function can get, or maybe your function want to decorate something on this I am ordering. So whatever decoration has happened, that is going to happen on before. So let me run this. Yep. Now you have done this. Okay, after that I really don't want to call it like this. Okay, and I really want to don't want to go for this kind of a naming functionality. So instead of that, if I would be writing make pretty, which is nothing but the function, then that will also work. So you can see here, if I will run this, I won't get any you know output or maybe any error. So you are still not able to correlate this. So what I'm trying to do is, now I will explain the same thing using the function which we have already looked into it. So what I'm trying to do here is, here is my function. Okay, my decorator and everything. Now after this I'm just gonna call like this. Okay, so we can see what exactly the output I would be getting. Now let me run this. Okay, and then let me run this. Why I'm not getting anything here? Guys, anyone can tell me why I'm not getting here anything? Okay, with this I can get. Okay, then what happened? What makes basically the difference is, guys, I haven't used it as a function. I don't know why you guys are keep on forgetting the stuff which I have already told you. So you can see here what I'm trying to get here. My above line is nothing but the decorator, and my original function is nothing but the my ordering. I am ordering. Now in the same manner, I really don't want to do that. Now I just wanted to keep on using this. Let me see what exactly I can get. I'm getting nothing. Why so? Guys, tell me why I'm getting nothing. Anyone? Anyone? Guys, why you guys are making yourself is in silent mode? Why? Now you can see here. The moment I call this ordery, I got this being called make pretty has been called, and then decorator is being used. Are you getting my point? So sometimes you may feel like why sir is teaching us about this decorator. Now I must say decorator is used in almost all the coding. Truly speaking, if you follow some standard, or maybe if you are pushing your code on a GitHub, or maybe publishing your code on some website, or maybe on a submitting your code on a office website, then you need to follow these things. Sorry. Yeah. So now what I can do is, apart from this, let me share you wherever, basically what all places where we can use decorator. So let me see. So here I have taken one more example, where I am trying to decorate functions which are taking some sort of a parameter. Okay. Now you can see here in a function which takes some parameter, I'm also trying to decorate those functions. So how I'm gonna decorate those function, we can see that. So just first of all, let me just create one normal function which will give you an error. Sometimes you may get encounter that. So basically this is nothing but I'm trying to cover decorating functions with parameter. So all the functions which are basically taking functions, sorry, parameters, those are need to be decorated. So I'm just gonna write. So I don't know how many of you are able to see my screen, but yeah, anyway, means I'm gonna share you right away. Yes. So now here I'm just gonna call what some numbers so that you can just get clarity. What I'm trying to do here is, so I'm gonna write divide, and then here I'm gonna write 5 comma 2. Basically here I just wanted to give you some sort of, or maybe you can write it because 2/5. It is better quite. So now let me run these both the functions, and then let me call that function. Now I'm getting 0.4. Now instead of this, let me just run this. I am gonna write 2 comma 0. What would be the output? Guys, anybody? Anyone? Guys, I want your proper participation on my session. Anyone? Guys, I'm not able to understand why. Okay, somebody has pinged me. Thank you so much for that. I need one or two more answers. Okay, no value. People are saying no value. People are saying zero division error, zero error. That, so who are saying zero division error or maybe zero error? They are definitely, or maybe I can say like absolutely they are correct, because that is what it is going to be. So let me just run this. Yeah, so we are getting error which is nothing but the zero division error. Now, how we can decorate this? Can somebody tell me how we can decorate this? Guys, I'm seeking answers from you all. How basically we can decorate this? Anyone? No? No? Okay. Okay. Anyway, so don't worry. I do have that solution for you all. Okay, somebody has pinged me. Thank you so much for that. At least people are exception rate by using exception and catch. Okay, great, 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 great. You guys are really doing very good. So those who are giving answers, they are perfectly fine, I guess so. But let me write this as in what? What? Anyone? I would like to just wanted to get some answer from you all. But yeah, I don't know means why other people are not responding me. Some exception are okay. People are saying like succession. So anyway, guys, I'm currently dealing with some other topic. So at least you should link that topic to this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is basically I'm trying to write one function for a decorator. Okay. Here you can say like I am just trying to write something called as smart divide. Okay. Instead of divide, I'm writing just smart divide. Here I'm just gonna write inner a comma b, and then I'm going to divide a and b. Then b, if b is equal to oops, I cannot divide, and return I am returning I am some sort of a function. Okay. Now this has happened here. Now let me just use at the rate as well as smart divide, or maybe I would be using something called as divide here. So first of all, in my function which I have used, maybe you can say like previously which we have used here. So first of all, let me run this, because this kind of a functionality I can add here, and I want this kind of a decorator on my previous function. So I'm going to use same function, but I want the same decorator has been used. Okay, so let me just copy the same function. and then let me see how exactly we can use this. So now guys, you can see here I have used the same function, and now what I'm trying to write here is, any guess? Guys, I have just at the end I have told you one small thing, very small thing, and that is what I am trying to do here. So I'm expecting somebody can guide me about what you should have to write. Guys, I have told you at the rate you can write, and you can just call the function name. So when I'm calling this function name and at the rate, so that is enough for me to use a decorator. So if I'm gonna run this, I should be fine. Now let me use this divide again, as in what, 2 comma 5. Then do you expect like we would be getting any decorator kind of a thing in a divide 2 comma 5? Does anybody can tell me? Do you think we can get? Thank you 520, you're absolutely correct. You have written at the rate. Thank you so much for that. Yes, so what I'm asking is, if I'm gonna run this, and maybe my function I'm gonna call using the divide 2 comma 5, do you think I'm going to divide this and this and I will be getting the result? How many of you are saying we will get this kind of a message, or maybe we will be using here decorator? Just say yes or no. So I'm just asking you whether you will be able to get the message I'm going to divide here, and oops, that maybe if you are able to divide that, then you have to just trying to print what I'm going to divide here. So how many of you are saying we will be getting that messages? Guys, it's a just yes or no. Guys, I'm seeking your answers, your replies. At least you should reply me by saying like we are getting this. So how many of you are saying we will get, I'm going to divide something like, maybe you will get some okay. Okay, a few people have tried to respond that okay, if I will run I will get this. Okay, I got only one reply so far. Guys, please keep replying. Anyone? Please try to reply your answers, because basically you can at least talk to me. Sir, this is what we will get if we will try to call the function. Otherwise, we will get something else if we will call something else. So basically, if I'm gonna run this, okay, wow. So guys, let me run this. Let me see what exactly the output. Wow. So I'm going to divide 2 and 5, and then here I'm trying to write 0.4. So I don't know who has written zero point 0.2. Guys, 0.2, how exactly you are trying to calculate, I don't know. But yeah, you should not have to, call it like that. Anyway, instead of that, if I'm going to use something called as 2 comma 0, then what should be the output I would be expecting? So does anybody can give me a hint what exactly the output I would be expecting here? No. Okay. Anyway, guys, you don't need to put your hats on and tell me whether we are getting any output or not. So yeah, here you will get, I'm gonna get divide 2 and 0, and oops, I cannot divide. So basically, instead of throwing an error, I'm trying to decorate my function, basically trying to write it as an oops, I cannot divide. So now that error has been raised, but at the compile time I'm trying to decorate it using some other function. So that is what I have done. Okay guys, so now basically if you will show you, maybe some, suppose you have a lot of customers or maybe a lot of clients, and in the clients you are trying, you will be clients trying to enter 2 comma 0, then is it good if you will show them like this is nothing but the division by 0 error? No, nobody would like, if they will see like there is an error kind of thing, or maybe this kind of a message which looks quite weird. So that is why we generally try to modify that error or maybe we can say like we try to decorate that error by in compile time by use of decorator. So that is why I keep on saying to you all the importance of decorator. You really somehow you guys are not pretty much attentive to listen why we are trying to use the decorator, but it is somehow it is very efficient way to impress your people, or maybe it is very good way to decorate your code, or maybe in many places where you are not able to understand whether what exactly the customer would like to enter, there you can try to use decorator, because in a runtime or maybe in a compile time you are trying to change the return value of that function. Okay, now apart from that, is there any doubt so far? If no, then I'm gonna give you one exercise basically. Anyway, means I would like to take something else. Basically, I thought like I would like to cover regex. Okay, but as the time says, it's just 15 minutes more. So I don't want to in a hurry, because the regex is another important topic which you will learn tomorrow. Because most of the time we generally use try to do string search or maybe string find, then we try to always use regex. So there, because in one liner you try to write a code for more than 5 lines, or maybe 3 to 4 lines of code. So instead of writing some hard coded value, better to use regex. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is, I'm not gonna go further. Just I'm trying to ask you one question. Maybe you need to give, sir, this is what my solution is, and this is how you need to make an attempt. So I'm not gonna ask you to, do this code, but I'm just waiting for you all to give me, sir, this is how you have to make an approach. So first of all, my problem is, I'm giving you this. Try to find the sum of digits basically in a number. In a number. Guys, it's a basic simple example. You need to find the sum of a digits in a number. So let's say maybe example you can say, I'm just trying to write some example here. Let me give you, my number is 1920, let's say. So what would be my sum of the digit? Anybody? Any guesses? Nope. Yes. So here you have to write what? 12. Is it what or not? Do you get it my point or not? So now basically you can write example 2, where I'm gonna write some other number which is nothing but the 1789 like that, and then I need the sum of that. Then anyone? What would be the output of this? Anyone? Guys, I'm asking you to give me the sum of a digit which are present in my number. So at least you should listen. My problem is what exactly I have done. I have just added. If you will elaborate further, you are trying to do 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 0. This is what you are trying to do. Okay, but nobody is trying to do that. Here in the same manner you have to just write like 1 plus 7 plus 8, sorry, 8 plus 9 basically. So is it nothing but you would be getting how much? 25. Maybe my the math is not that much good, or maybe my math is good. Okay, everybody is saying the same. Now what I'm trying to do here is, I am just keep on asking you to at least you should think what is my problem. So first of all you need to enter some digit in which, for which you wanted to do the sum. So basically either you can give digit hard coded, or maybe you can take it as in from the user. So I'm gonna write number, basically number, and I'm trying to ask you this from user. So I'm gonna write here input. Can you input as in enter your number. So I'm gonna write here enter number. So if I will be writing like enter a number, then what should be the output? Here I'm gonna write like this, and then what would be the, how exactly I can code it. So first of all, you need to get sum of digits. So basically my sum is nothing but one of the variable where I'm just trying to write sum of t, where it is going to be initialized with 0, and then you need to iterate each and every digit actually. So at least you should know we had to use while loop till, while loop for what? While loop for your number. So basically if your number is greater than 0, then you have to use some code. Now first of all, you need to find out each and every digit place. So first of all, you will go to the go and find digit basically. So I'm gonna write here basically digit, and how I'm gonna do that. So basically you have to just divide, or maybe modulo of num, and you can write what. So basically you can write it as a 10. Now let's say I have done 10. Now first of all I get in tens place 0. Now 0 should be added to what? Should be added to my sum. Okay, so I'm gonna write here sum is equal to sum plus digit. This is what I'm trying to write. So my sum is nothing but the sum of t, basically, because sum is already built in um, variable, you can say, or function, you can say here, and I'm gonna get here something nothing but the sum. Now here, after that, after suppose you got 0 at one's place, or maybe here let's say instead of 0 I'm saying like you got 9. Now 9 is being added to your total, basically here sum 9 plus. Now next time what value should you are you expecting? It's a 8. So how will you remove this 9 from your entire 1789? Basically you have to just write your number is equal to number by 10. Basically it's a kind of a division. Okay, then you will get what next time. Here you will get what I'm gonna write here, something called as 178. Next time you will get 178, and this kind of a loop will keep on going until unless you will get some print. So because you will get 0 when you will get, when you encounter 1, and the next time you will get 0. Now at the end I'm gonna print what? I'm gonna print here my value. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to write here. Few people have come up with the answer. Okay, wow. Who is that? Good. Thank you so much, 520. Okay, good. That is what it is. Then this is fine. I'm gonna write here the sum of digit is basically here I'm gonna call is it sum underscore t. Now is that we want, is there anything else which you guys feel like I have left over, or maybe means I need to add something apart from this? Anybody can just guide me. Is there anything which I would like to add, or maybe I am missing something? Guys, I just wanted to know from each and everyone. Everybody got my intention, what exactly I have done so far. If still you guys are persist any doubt, please do let me know right away. Otherwise I am gonna go. Means maybe I will execute this and then you will get end result. But before that, what I'm trying to ask you, at least you should tell me, sir, we are not able to understand this particular line, or maybe this particular line we would be need again. So so that I can get better clarity where exactly you guys are weak, or maybe where exactly I need to work on. Okay, so none of you are trying to ask anything, so it's good for me also. Okay, if you guys are not asking, then it is very good. So if I will run this, so I'm gonna enter what all output, or maybe example I have showed it to you. 1920 I'm gonna write. So let me see. Okay, 12. Okay, I'm also getting 12. I was worried, means is it throwing something else? Okay, anyway, let me write 1789. Okay, 25 I'm getting. So we are perfectly fine here. We are getting what exactly we wanted to get. Okay, guys. So still means again my questions is again open, and I'm trying to ask you guys, is there anyone who is not able to understand this? Is there anyone who is not able to understand this? Because it's just hardly 4 lines of a code, nothing beyond it, and these 4 lines are pretty much simple. So just wanted to ask again, is there anyone who is still wants, or can you please explain it again, or maybe you guys are really wanted me to explain again? Because I can see, as far as my I'm I can see, I don't think here anything is that is fault, or maybe anything which is quite difficult. It's just the matter how much you are interested to listen, or how much you are interested in a coding. Otherwise, in 4 lines of a code are nothing, or maybe you can say like uh, it's just a one line of a code. Okay, so if you are saying it, we are pretty much good, and no doubt. So I just keep on asking you all once again, to let me know if you have doubt, or maybe still you wanted to make me clear about what exactly I have told you. Because what happens, sometimes I tried my best to give you what all frequently asked questions in a, even in interview, or even in a campus placement, or maybe you can say like even in your uh, subjective, uh, or maybe you can say like university exams. So I'm telling you, this particular example is going to be come in your exam. So I don't know, means how many of you have taken this seriously or not, but I'm telling you, this is how they will ask, they will frame the questions. So these are nothing but the frequently asked questions, or maybe you can say like most of the companies, or no, maybe for the freshers, people try to bring these kind of questions. Okay. So guys, still, do you have any doubt? Then please do let me know. Otherwise, let me just tell you a few more things. So before proceeding, I just wanted to ask you from everyone, is it fine? We can move on, or is it still you want me to, stay here, or maybe we can continue everything tomorrow, or what? So how do you feel like, Miss? What exactly you wanted me to, do? You want me to proceed, or you want me to, continue tomorrow? Guys, at least you should acknowledge me. If I would not get any acknowledgement, that means what do I able to understand? And do you want me to continue anything, or do you want me to do take new topic on tomorrow? No response. What do I able to understand that? Anyone? Guys, I'm not getting. I'm not getting any output from anyone. No messages I have received so far. Is there my mic is having any problem, or maybe I'm not able to? You guys are not able to listen to me. What happened? Not even a single response I got. Guys, what happened? I'm just asking. You want me to continue with next topic, or you want me to stop here? It's just a simple question. Guys, okay, sir, please continue to the topic, sir. Okay, 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 okay. At least now I'm able to see few responses. I was quite worried because I thought like maybe you guys are not able to hear me properly or maybe something. So most of the people are saying like, can you please continue next topic on our next class? So it would be fine for me also if I could, take the next topic on a very next day. Okay, guys. And guys, it's my request to each and everyone. At least you should prepare or maintain some register by your own and listen to my YouTube lecture which are placed there. At least before going to any exam, or maybe you can say like before um, you are going for any sort of interview. At least you should listen my entire videos. It's a hardly 50 plus videos, but truly speaking, if you will listen those videos, you would not feel any problem, or maybe you would be able to crack your interview as well. So it's my sincere request to everyone. Please try to make an attempt on a video. Please try to listen once, twice, if at all you guys feel like no, 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 still I need to understand some more topic, because that those videos are being easily categorized. I have just though in every video I haven't mentioned anywhere this is what example present in the last class, but my flow is going like that only. I just keep one small exercise on my end of the class, so that is why every time you will get some sort of different example, because I need to take one or two classes to cover entire exercises. So I don't want to do that. So that is why what I'm trying to I'm trying to reduce my entire step to somewhat, means it would be 44 to 45 minutes, and then another 15 minutes I would like to present you entire coding stuff. So now with this, we can close our entire session. Thank you so much for thank you so much, guys, for attending my session. We'll meet you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.